Hello, welcome to Constitution Day at Pennsylvania Institute of Technology. In order to celebrate Constitution Day, PIT has decided to discuss two poems by American poets who really define what it is to be an American. Walt Whitman lived from 1819 to 1892. He is probably most well known to Pennsylvania residents because we have a bridge named after him, and the bridge takes us from New Jersey to Philadelphia. He primarily lived his latter years in Camden, New Jersey, which is why the bridge was named for him. We have Langston Hughes, who lived from 1902 to 1967, and he was a major poet from the Harlem Renaissance. So when we think about these two poets, we think about Whitman, who is the 19th century man. He not only witnessed the Civil War, he covered it for the newspapers. He also covered Lincoln's assassination. So here's a man who really understood the struggles that occurred in the 19th century while the United States was still figuring out its identity. Langston Hughes is the 20th century man who traveled extensively outside of the country before settling down in Harlem, in New York, becoming part of the literary and music scene. While we look at both of these men as people who really had no overlap in the timing, their attitudes are very similar. What we did today for this Constitution Day is we are presenting two poems, one from each of these great poets. Walt Whitman's poem is called I Hear America Singing, and it is a deep and heartfelt appreciation for the common man and woman and their place in American society. Langston Hughes' poem, I Too, the poet responds to Whitman's poem by focusing on the contributions of people of color. And rather than repudiating Whitman, he finds a commonality in the beauty of the men and women who make America the country that it is today, no matter what race. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation of these two amazing American poems.
I hear America singing, the varied carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be, lithe and strong.
Carpenter, singing his as he measures his plank or beam. The mason, singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work.
The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat. The deckhand singing on the steamboat deck.
The shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench. The hatter singing as he stands. The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's, on his way in the morning, or at the noon intermission, or at sundown.
The delicious singing of the mother, or of the young wife at work, or of the girls sewing or washing, each singing what belongs to her and to no one else.
The day what belongs to the day. At night, a party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong, melodious songs.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong.
Tomorrow I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then.
Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Before we let you go for the day, we'd like to just remind you of what the Constitution actually says. In the preface, written in 1787 by the Founding Fathers, supported by the Founding Mothers, we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. These words, written by James Madison, who would go on to become a president of the United States, tell us that we need to not only be mindful of our current state, but also how history will see us. And for that, we need to look at poetry, which can then tell us how the world is being viewed. So the question that we leave you today is, how far have we come since the days of Whitman and Hughes? And what poems represent who we are as a nation today? And what poems will represent the nation in the future? For more information about the U.S. Constitution and the poems used in this presentation, please visit PIT's LibGuide, and we will have the link in the YouTube channel. So, thank you, have a wonderful day, and please take the Constitution to bed with you one night and have a read.